The energy regulator approved an 8% average increase per annum for the next 5 years. The average electricity price will increase to 65.51 cents per kilowatt hour in 2013, up to 89.13 cents per kilowatt hour in 2018. The total revenue approved for the 5-year period amounts to 906,553 million rands.
The way we make the decisions, they are based on really facts and evidence. And we also look at the numbers that Eskom had proposed. Without taking you through the application, but let's take the first one, the return that Eskom wanted. In the first year, it was 0.7% return that they wanted. It would have given them 7 billion rand. We have not given them 0.7. We gave them 3.4, so it gives them 24 billion rand. But what we didn't do was to give them at the end the 46 billion rand that they wanted to be their retained earnings, because from the question that has been asked, there is no plan going forward for Eskom to build anything. So the retained earnings of that level were not justified and commensurate with the operations and the risk that they are undertaking. It is difficult to say this was the one and only issue, because our function is to balance the multitude of the issues. Affordability is an issue that we've considered. And I don't know the assumptions that were made by Busa and the others, but in my view, they were speaking from their perspective, and we were speaking, looking at the application. In the application, in the way that we have made it, if you look at the numbers, the debt that is raised and that has to be financed and the interest that has to be paid is covered by the revenues that we are giving Eskom. So maybe another defining point was the fact that the base that Eskom used was not a smooth base, like increasing from what we had approved in MYPD2 in the last year to what they were increasing to. So they had a base that was different from the one that we had. And MYPD2 is still enforceable, so that's the only base we can use. We can move from that point onwards. But all of the issues were considered, and for instance, in their application, they've included buybacks, which were a figure of around 8 billion rand. And when you remove 8 billion rand, it's a significant change in the price increase in that year. Now, the demand growth that we've used is the demand growth that they've indicated. And there are two reasons for that. We are of the view that when the price increase is of this magnitude, it is likely then that the demand will grow in that direction. However, we also have in the methodology a way of dealing with the changes in the demand growth in a way that does not necessarily upset the price increases that we've given, provided it's within certain thresholds. But we have used the demand growth that they have had, and we have also shifted, for instance, the coming in of Medupi, or the first unit, is not in the same year as they have based on the latest information that we have, which is received from them, but we did not create. We received it from them based on the consequences of the strike and everything else that has happened. So that shifting, we have also included it now in what we have approved.